record of how much I'm going to spend in 7 days. This is day 2. It's going to be a quiet day today. I'm not going to be spending much, if anything. Oh yes, I will be spending a little bit. I'm going to go and get a carton of beer later, and if the weather holds off, I'll probably go and do some free things, like I might go to a waterfall, or I might just go to one of the viewpoints and have a cup of coffee up there, something like that, overlooking the beautiful Gulf of Thailand. But it's not going to be, I'm not going to be spending much today, and that happens quite often. I don't spend a lot here, you know, because there's so much to do by just going out on your motorbike and driving around and finding nice beaches or nice places to see, or good temples. Most of those things don't cost anything, so some days I hardly spend at all. If I eat at home, I don't spend at all. Many days I spend nothing. What I'll do now, before we start the day, I'll give you a rundown on. Sit here, get comfortable. Oh, I'll give you a rundown on the COVID situation here in Thailand and here in Koh Samui. I'll do this every day as well, just to keep you updated, so you know that what's happening. Unfortunately, the cases are rising daily still in Thailand. Yesterday there was nearly 22,000 reported cases, and unfortunately 209 people died yesterday in Thailand from COVID-19. Koh Samui is still doing very good compared to the rest of Thailand. As I've said many times, because it's an island, places like here, Koh Samui, Koh Phangan, Koh Tao, they seem to be weathering the storm, the COVID storm, a lot better than the mainland. Yesterday in Koh Samui there was 13 reported cases of COVID-19 and no recorded deaths, so they really are doing well. When you get off the ferry here, everything is you stopped, everything is recorded. You must have your certificates, you must have your vaccination if you've had them, you must produce your certificate. They take your temperature, they give you a chart to fill in every day for 14 days, so that they can keep check on your medical condition in case you do start to get sick. But that controls it a lot, whereas in people driving into Bangkok or driving from Bangkok into Hua Hin or anywhere in the mainland Thailand, there's no control. They ask you not to drive out of Bangkok or out of town if you're in a deep red zone, but people still do. People still have their jobs to do when they go out. People you know, truck drivers are still going to be driving their trucks right around Thailand and getting out of their truck to have something to eat in a coffee shop or a cafe, and if they've got it, they're going to spread it. But there's no way of stopping that. You know, you can't put roadblocks up on every road and take people's temperature. So places like Hua Hin, people are driving down from Bangkok and bringing it with them. So that's why it's spreading. Whereas when people enter Koh Samui, they're stopped at the ferry port before they come on, and they stop when they get off, and there's a lot of paperwork to do, and they know exactly who is on the island. They've got your name, they've got your passport number if you're Farang, they've got your ID if you're a Thai person, so they know exactly who is on the island, how long they're going to stay, and they can keep tabs on that. So that's why I feel very comfortable living here. As I said, I can still catch it, anything. It's a viral type disease, so you know, just walking in a shop, I could breathe in from somebody who has it and catch it. But I feel a lot better here. I feel a lot safer here than I would if I was in back in Hua Hin. Most people on the mainland are staying home now. They're very, very frightened. It's a year ago they just thought it would go away, but now it's getting worse here, where the rest of the world, it seems to be getting a little bit better. But Thailand seems to be having what the rest of the world had a year ago when it was peaking. Now Thailand is peaking. Hopefully it's it'll peak soon and then start to drop. I'll do this every day when I'm doing the recording my spending. I'll do this every day so that you'll have an idea what is happening in the country as far as COVID is concerned. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments box. Anything about anything, if I can help. I'm not an expert on Thailand, but if I can help, I can find out. I can perhaps get you the answers that you might want. So, quiet day today. I'll probably sit around the pool for a little while. I'm doing this daily record, but sometimes there's going to be very little to report because if I don't spend, there's not much I can tell you. But I'll still record, and I'll give you the COVID outlook and what's happening here with COVID, and we'll see what happens with spending. Today's going to be a very quiet day for me. So before I start my day, I've got a little favour to ask. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. It'll cost you nothing. It says subscribe, but there's no money involved. It's just you'll get a message every time I put a video on YouTube. And if you can push the like button also. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments box below, or any comments you'd like to make about the channel. Please don't be too harsh on me. I'm learning. But I need a lot of help on this because I'm getting subscribers, don't get me wrong. My subscriber list goes up every day, which is very pleasing. I look at it every morning as soon as I get up, and happy to see that people are liking what I'm doing. But because I'm not very good with social media, in fact, it's not that I'm not very good, I'm not any good with social media. And so I'm at a disadvantage there. These young people who, are used to grown up with computers and know all about digital cameras and know all about the internet and LinkedIn and all these Spotify, I don't know, all these things that you get nowadays which weren't around in my day. If I knew more about social media, then perhaps I could get my name out there, but I don't, and I've tried. It's very hard to learn it, and I've got a Twitter account, but I don't know what to do with it, to be honest. I put it up there, but nothing ever happens. So any advice on that as well would be very welcome if anyone can help me to get more noticed. But it would help me a lot if you can tell your friends who might be thinking about wanting to holiday here or live here one day to take a look at my channel and also to subscribe. That would help me a lot. And as I say, push the thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks a lot. Okay, I'm going to go to Macro now. I'm going to get a carton of beer. That's the closest shop to sell cartons of beer. You can buy bottles in 7-Eleven, but not cartons. It's cheaper to buy the carton. I think I told you before, the licensing laws here, they're open between 11 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon and 5 in the evening, and I think it's midnight. I could be wrong on that. It could be 11 o'clock at night, but I'm not 100% sure. So it's now 1 o'clock, so it's a good time to go on before they close. Macro is a big shop. They have them in Australia actually. They're mainly for restaurants and bars and places to buy in bulk rather than smaller items, but they do. As long as you have the money, they'll take your money if you only want to buy a couple of onions. But we're going to go there and I'll show you around there, because it's a massive shop, and they have a great selection of especially meats and seafoods and vegetables. So we'll have a little look around there before I get the beer. can't film in here, but I'll give it a try. Just if they tell me to turn it off, I'll turn it off. So, plenty of fruit and vegetables. Mainly is for people who on restaurants or hotels, they come and stock up big bags, not your small little kilo bags. Great selection though. Nothing I need because I can't cook. No facilities to cook. Just one little ring. Normally if I was at home I'd be getting steaks and fish and prawns. All the types of fish here, all fresh. 75 baht a kilo. $3 a kilo. They love their fish here in Thailand, the fresh fish. Don't get fish and chips, but a lot of fresh fish. Okay, I'm going to risk imprisonment in the Thai jail because I want to show you the prices of alcohol here. The Singer here is 809 baht. And the Chang here is 738 baht for 24 bottles. No? No film? Why? Okay, see the risks I take for you people, eh? Gone to jail there, they could have arrested me. For the crime of filming in a macro store. I don't know what the problem is because, you know, free advertising for them. I'm telling everyone what a good shop it is and they tell me not to film, but anyway, never mind. So I get this carton of Chang beer, that's the large bottles. Size 620 ml, 12 of them, or 585 baht. I'll put that up on the screen later. And that's my only expenditure for today, for the first day of me documenting everything I spend in 1 week. Take this off now. Luckily the beers fit nicely onto a motorbike. You just got to wedge them in between the seat and the front of the bike. Swaddy Cab, Jed here from Retiring Disgracefully. Welcome to day 3 of my listing of my week's spending. Sun's just starting to come up now. Another beautiful morning here in Lamai in Koh Samui. Today I'm going to take you to a coffee shop with one of the best views on the island, and after that I'm going to take you to Nam Tok Ta, or Magic Garden as it's more commonly known. But before I take you on that little trip, I'll give you an update on the coronavirus here in Thailand. I couldn't find any figures on Samui. Hopefully it's because there wasn't any, but I doubt that very much. I think it's probably just that they haven't got around to producing the figures yet. In Thailand yesterday there were 20,000 recorded cases of COVID-19 and there were 282 deaths. So it's not going away anytime soon. It seems to be levelling out, if anything. It's not going up. It's been 20,000 for a while now, a day, so it's sort of maybe it's peaked. I hope it has. Maybe it'll start going down to 19 and then 18 in the following days. But there again, it could go up. Who's to know? It's one of them things that's the unknown, isn't it, really? Coronavirus is new to everyone. No one knows what it's going to do next. Having said that, it's doing far better than my home country of the UK, who have recorded, they have a similar population, and they've recorded 6 million cases and 131,000 deaths. So I know where I would rather be during a pandemic, and it's not the UK. If you're going to be anywhere during a pandemic, even if you can't go out and have a drink, or you can't go very many places, you can still go to the beach here. You can still have a fairly decent life. you have to be careful. You have to wear your mask and wash your hands all the time, same as everywhere else. But I feel safer here in Thailand than I would if I was back in the UK or even Australia, because Australia the cases are rising again. I think they thought that they'd more or less fixed the problem and it was going to go away eventually, but now it's starting to come back again, same as in many countries. So, not good news. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. That's not what this channel's about, but I'm just keeping you informed. So if you are thinking of coming here, you know the risks and the problems that this country is facing due to the pandemic. But as I said, it's much better here than many countries. So it's your decision what you want to do and where you want to go, but I know where I want to be during this pandemic. Shop on the way up to the Magic Garden, or I think it's called Nam Tok Ta Nim, which is a Thai name, but is commonly known as the Magic Garden. It's like all stone Buddhist statues and religious Buddhist relics. So we're going to take a look at that, but I thought I'd stop here on the way up and grab a quick cappuccino, which is very good. Only cost me 50 baht. So for a good cappuccino, 50 baht. $2 Australian, I think, something like that. I think maybe in Australia it costs you about $6. Even Starbucks here are expensive. But you come to these little coffee shops like this, and you know, you find them all over on the mountains. They're just sitting. They've been built with a beautiful outlook, and people drive up and think, "Oh, that looks nice. Look at the view," and then they stop and have a coffee and some fruit or a piece of cake. But this is the view. We've got a nice little chair there for, you know, people who are romantic and they want to get a nice picture with the view in the background. So it overlooks the Gulf of Thailand. Looks like they're building another one. Yeah, that looks very nautical, that one. It looks like it should be by the sea. It should be built in the shape of a ship with a mast on the front. I don't know if that's a coffee shop or was before COVID. It looks like they're building another one there. Looks like they'll probably build a house and put a coffee shop in front of it and make a home business maybe. But yeah, very beautiful. Come here before a few times for coffee. And you can't beat this. $2 to sit here and take in this view and have a nice cup of coffee. Okay, let's go and take this back, and then we'll hit the road and we'll go and see the Magic Garden. Cup and cab? Thank you, very nice. See you next time, bye bye. Okay, we are at Magic Garden. Managed to make it here after a very bumpy route. Google Maps sent me the wrong way. Never mind, I'm here now. So I'm just going to see how much it is. Oh, 80 baht. Quite expensive. I hope it's good. I hope it's worth it. Yeah, I take one ticket, please. Come, come. Okay, let's go and see. Oh, there's my keys in the motorbike. I've done that many times in Thailand, and I've come back and my bike's been there. I don't think that would happen in Middlesbrough somehow. Or Australia. Leave your keys in the motorbike, it's probably going to be gone if you leave it more than a few minutes. And it's nice and cool here because it's all like rainforest. I can take my mask off now. It looks lovely. Nice and green, verdant. Quite magical, that's why it's called Magic Garden. Oh, waterfall. Got a lot of rain on night time. Nothing in the daytime much, but night time it's rained overnight, which has been really good because it fills up the dam with water and keeps the evening nice and cool. Don't need the air conditioning when it's raining. They're beautiful. And you've got all these statues. What I'll do, I should have done it before I came here, I suppose, but I'm not sure of the meaning of this place. Sorry, Cap. Oh, that's so nice. Very shaded and tranquil. I think it's been in the family for many years. I'm not sure why it was built, but I will look into that. But there's all steps that go right the way up here. Little buildings, looks like little houses, but no one's living in them. There's green moss all over them. Went the wrong way, I think. I should have put some walking shoes on. This way a little bit. A narrow bridge. Reminds me of something like out of Tolkien's world. It could almost be Bilbo Baggins coming through here. Watch when I'm filming, watch where I put my feet, I could fall down quite easily. Oh, look at all these statues here. I'll Google search later and I'll put an explanation of what all this is about. I know I was told once before that a family have owned this land and they've been doing this for many years, and then the father died and it's just been left like this now. It's all hand carved and it looks very Balinese as well, not just Thai. It looks very, I remember seeing statues like this in Bali when I was there. good that it was 80 baht. It wasn't too bad, because quite often when you come places like this, you get dual pricing. So if you're Farang, they charge you more than if you're a Thai person. But on the window there, it was 80 baht for everyone, which was quite good. I don't like this dual pricing. Quite often, what I do, I show my Thai driving license, and if they still refuse that, if they say, "Oh no, you're Farang," I don't go in. Not because I'm mean, but I just don't believe in dual pricing. I think entry fee should be the same for everyone. If a Thai person goes to the UK and wants to go somewhere and in a theme park or a national park or somewhere like that where you pay to go in, they don't say, "Oh, you're Thai, you have to pay more." They couldn't do that in the UK or Australia or USA. You can't discriminate. You can't say, "Oh, yeah, you come from a different country, so you have to pay more." But unfortunately, Thailand does have dual pricing. Look at this little bridge. They're very low to the ringish. Very nice. My feet. Silly me wearing songs or flip-flops or whatever you call them. But, well, that's it. That's what you see here, I think, is what you get. It's very nice, very tranquil. Be a nice place to bring a lunch and sit down there and just sit and listen to the water, have a coffee or a drink and sandwich. Okay, time to head home. Some magnificent views down here as you're coming down the mountain. Problem is you can't take your eyes off the road because you know what's going to come around the corner. Look at that, so beautiful. See out there. Let's pull over here if I can and have a bit of a squeeze. Oh, look at that. I tell you what, this island never ceases to surprise me. There's always a new outlook, always something to see. Very beautiful. Oh, this used to be a zip line place before COVID. Keep those down now. I wouldn't want to go on it when it opens because they're not that good on maintenance here. They'll probably just open up without checking the lines and it could be rusty or whatever. Okay, we'll head home. I'll stop and get some petrol. Expensive day today. Ooh. Had a coffee. Went to Magic Garden. Now I've got to buy petrol. Woo. We have to get a second mortgage on my house in Australia to pay for all this. Okay, I'm going to stop and get some petrol here. Have a little bit more money. What do you have? Good Spidey, mate. Full 95. Yep, full. Okay, cup and cup. You get full service here. Every petrol station you go to, they always get service. You don't ever have to pump the gas yourself like you do in UK, Australia and USA, Canada. Cup and cup. Thank you. That was 70 baht. I'm using a lot more petrol now. I'm in Samui more than I used in Koh because I'm enjoying driving around the island and seeing different things. I think that's the second time I've filled up this week. Okay, I'm going to head home now. Okay, I'm gonna have dinner in the hotel tonight. Just got myself a little beer. Nice and cold. So I'm gonna have dinner here. I've just ordered dinner. I'm gonna have a burger tonight. I feel like some foreign food, not Thai food. I'll give you a little bit of a look around. Sun's going down now. The sun rises on this side of the island, Lamaisha, one side of the island. Sun sets on the Lipanoi side of the island. So, what I plan to do one night this week, within my budget, the weekly money I'm going to spend this week, I'm going to go across to Lipanoi and we're going to go and watch the sunset. We'll take Noi and we'll have a dinner over there. Say a little bit more expensive as well because it's a nice restaurant that is right on the beach, but still not too expensive compared to Western standards. So we're going to do that probably the 5th or 6th night. We'll go across there for dinner and I can hopefully it'll be a nice cloudless evening and we can watch a good sunset as well. Okay, I'll show you my burger. I know it's only burger and you've seen millions of them in your lifetime, but I'll show you this one. It's a beef burger from the Three Trees Hotel, and hopefully it will be as good as the other food that I've eaten here over the time I've been here. So there's my burger. It looks very nice. They do some good food here. We've got tomato, cucumber, onion, little bowl of chips there, little basket of chips. I think this is about 150 baht, which is around about $6. But I'll get the bill later. It could be a little bit more. I think it's a bit more because I've asked for cheese, but let's wait and see. So, I'm going to dig in. I'm starving. But it's very nice. For $6, it's very, very good. Good beef, lots of cheese, lots of salad. I love a good burger.
Yeah, good value. Whenever you come in this way, take a look at Three Trees. You're not getting paid by them or don't get any discount, anything like that. But I like credit where it's due. If somewhere's good, I like to tell you about it. And this place is very good. Staff are happy, always smiling. Food's great, and obviously you can see the outlook, where it is, right on its own beach and private beach. But what tops it all off is the price. 500 baht if you want a hotel room for one night, or 650 if there's two of you and you want breakfast. But so, have no eat. Talk to you later.